takeaways from today. We had a wonderful session from our keynote, Dr. William Bird, and it made me really reflective about our sense of belonging and sense of place, and particularly around the sense of safety and the fear that some people can have, even using our spaces when we all think they're perfectly safe. But that problem of chronic stress and how we can help to relieve some of that, that sort of particularly mental health stuff that, is really prevalent at the moment. Important for you all to make those links with public health. So, get on and speak to your colleagues in public health, which is great. And from Islington, Barry and Andrew did some wonderful sessions on great models of good practice and ideas for future projects. So, there's some fantastic stuff that you've heard there. Jason from Active in Essex, really inspirational, links to sports and health, and talking particularly about green prescribing, and that's something that we struggle with and still struggle with in Walsall, even though we've got stacks of public health funding, is getting that green prescribing work done. So that's really key as well, making sure that those social prescribers are doing that particular green prescribing too. Maciek unfortunately can't be with us this afternoon, but he really, touched on some important research that they've been doing, and I was really pleased to see that he talked about this national strategy, which we've been all talking about for quite some time, haven't we? And that it's on his agenda at least, and hopefully the government will take some notice, and we'll see a little bit more focus maybe on parks. Maciek also talked about that importance of involving our leaders, council leaders in particular, but also other key leaders, the key people, our key stakeholders, those that hold the purse strings. And that was repeated again by Sarah and Richard from Bradford. So partnerships are key. Drew talked about that wonderful new funding that's available. So hopefully some of you will look towards taking some of that up, looking at capacity building, which we know, we love to do in Parks Forum, but, making those improvements to processes and, again, to partnerships. So, some of the really good thoughts there. What really struck me about Sarah and Richard, and I wrote 2 words down, resilience, particularly about removing parking and access to businesses. That was pretty incredible. So, a huge amount of resilience and creativity about the sorts of partnerships that they're working on in Bradford. So, again, really exciting. And another great thing that's come out of today, I don't want to go on about how brilliant the Midlands Parks Forum is, but Bradford and Islington are now talking to each other and going to do a site visit. And Bradford are very, very keen that we go up to see them as well. So that's another thing that's come out of today. And another little idea, Helen Mitchum from Nottingham came to me later on in the afternoon and said, what about next year if we think about buying a place for one of our colleagues that we're trying to influence? She called it Pay It Forward, which was a new thing for me, but it was about paying for somebody else to come along to the forum with you and hear about some of the great work that's going on. So thank you, Helen, for that idea, and we'll see how it goes. But really important. Partnership development, influencing others, and getting some funding for it. So over to you, James.
Yeah, hi all. For those who don't know me, I'm James. I'm the other James, who's the other vice chair of the forum. That's easy and complicated. I just wanted to say on top of what Liz has said, the main thing for me for today was about partnerships. Everything was about working in partnership, wasn't it? None of us are working in isolation. The more we can build partnerships with other people, other organisations, the more resilient and the more profitable our work will be and productive it will be. So before I say a few thank yous, I just wanted to let you know what's coming up in the world of Midlands Parks Forum. As always, we've got quite a few bits on the horizon that you can get involved with. So on the 19th November, we've got a webinar that's in partnership with the Tree Council, where you can hear more about the great work and research that they've been doing. On the 12th of December, we've got our next online coffee and chat. So if you feel like you've got a particular topic you'd like to share, or you need some help with a topic or a subject, then drop Alison a note. We'll add that to the agenda for December. And then in January, in the new year, we've got 2 different dates for some allotment training. So if allotments are part of your world, and I know how troublesome that can be at times, then please think about coming along to those. But to wrap up, thank you again to all of you for making time to come today. We hope it's been useful and productive, and you've done some great networking as well. Thank you to Liz for being an excellent chair again for the last year, and to the rest of the trustees. But mainly, she's hiding at the back. Alison, if you'd like to stand up, can we say a big thank you to Alison? She's done all the hard work to organise today, so well done. And what a great 10th Midlands Parks Forum conference it's been. I wish you all a very safe journey home. I hope you'll come to the National Memorial Arboretum again. What an amazing space it's been. Thank you, Andy and team, for hosting us. And thank you for coming. Cheers.